This is Gary Krivokapich from No Civil War. Trump has a triple economic threat to this country. This message is for everyone because everyone's going to get slapped in the face. MAGA, Democrats, and independents. It can cause a super crash, probably worse than the 1930s crash. Because he's combining tariffs, AI, and immigration all at once, not counting all his other things he's doing that are crazy. First, let's talk about Trump's terrible tariffs. You just don't go out and start throwing out tariffs on everybody, our friends, our enemies, and just do it when you're pissed off and mad. This is absolutely crazy. Why do I say this? Let's look at 1930s. We got in a bad economic depression and made it much worse with tariffs than we had retaliatory tariffs. This is crazy. Now, let me say, I don't disagree with tariffs. We need tariffs for, like, if somebody starts dumping steel into the country and our plants have to close down because they can't compete because their government is subsidizing. Another one is probably won't have to have big tariffs on the Japanese EVs because, oh my gosh, those were really supported by the Japanese, by the Chinese government. They had at one time over 400 cars. So I say, yeah, tariffs are fine, but use them strategically. Otherwise, you're going to cause a big tariff fall, which will crash the economy. Remember, you can't fix 40 years of globalization when we wanted all these cheap products and pushed all the jobs overseas for these cheap products and to kill our unions. So remember, strategic tariffs. AI is the next one. Trump, with his tech buddies, has let AI out of the corral. Unfettered AI is going to go crazy. Now, this version may not make it to take all the jobs, but the second, third version definitely will. Hey, I confess, I use AI a lot. And you know, it is probably, I could put out probably 10 times more videos with AI just because they assist with wording and everything. But we got to watch this AI because first it's going to take the white collar jobs, the coders, the engineers, the doctors, the lawyers. Okay, the lawyers, you might get sad about that, but hey, you know what? We all need lawyers. So it's going to unemploy them. And you know what? You're not even safe out there if you're thinking, oh, I'll be a plumber. You're not even safe as a plumber because when AI and robotics get together, it's going to take all the plumbing jobs. And you know what's funny about this thing, and nobody really talks about it, is you get all this AI done and tech people put billions and billions and trillions of dollars into AI data centers to take all these jobs. What the hell? How are they going to make money when we don't have jobs to buy these products? It's crazy. This is like a super crash idea. Much like what happened with globalization, we thought, oh, that's a good idea. This trickle down is going to work. We get our jobs over there. We kill the unions. Everything is going to be hunky-dory. You know, they're more efficient at doing it over there. Well, we're in a mess today. And like in the 1930s, we're looking towards the Nazi solution, which is not good, the fascist solution. So we've got to watch this AI. And of course, AI, we got to progress with it and keep up with the other countries because we'll need it for our defense. Okay, now let's look at Trump's immigration thing. He promised us he would go after the criminals that are in here that are illegal. Well, that's fine. Go after the really bad criminals. Hey, you just don't throw people out just because they're illegal over here. So he's going after everybody, and he's even going after naturalized citizens. This is absolutely crazy. First of all, I live in the Central Valley here. I'm wise enough to know, and I see it all over, and there's a big denial in the MAGA about, like, I think the last time I checked, 30 to 50% of the people working in the fields are illegal still. Hey, we're dependent on them. If you're ever with friends with them, these people are good people. The ones that are working are in our food system. You just got to meet them and say, wow, they've got this energy. A lot of the immigrants, most 90% of them have this explosive energy inside that Americans have lost. First of all, you don't want to lose our food production system. This is absolutely crazy. It's not only that, you go into truckers, you go into the medical field, You've got doctors, nurses that are coming over from other countries. We're probably at least 30% reliant on doctors from India, the excellent doctors from India. This is absolutely crazy. Now, look at this. High tech. High tech is dependent on these immigrants. Trump flips back and forth. During the campaign to rally people, I said, no Chinese, no Chinese. Now he wants 600,000 Chinese students in our schools. This is absolutely crazy. Now, I say with this, we need to go back in. We need to vet people that we need, bring them in legally, let them go back and forth. Also, when they come in and work in the fields, we've got to get out of system so when out of season, they have jobs to do. And we also need to include healthcare in these kind of things. And also probably retirement. We've got to work this for everybody. Now, let's go on here. If we don't take care of this triple threat of the tariffs, AI, and immigration, not counting the other things crazy things Trump's doing, we can have a big crash. And this crash doesn't care whether you're a Democrat, progressive, liberal. It doesn't care. It will hit everybody. It doesn't care who you voted for. So we have to take care of these things now and push these ideas out there. Have AI, but completely control it. Make sure we still have jobs after it's out there. Immigration, let's get some good reform in there and treat people humanly. We need this. This country was based on immigration. And tariffs, let's use those wisely, very wisely, and strategically. So let's get out there, talk to your representatives, be vocal. We all have to work together. MAGA, Democrats, everybody has to work together. We can fight all we want on social media. Okay, do that. But don't let the Russians tear us apart. Let's all get together and build this country stronger every day. This is Krivokapich from Bakersfield, California. Bye-bye.